Perfect. Thank you.
We do that to sync. You have to sync the audio with the video.
Actually, I don't think we have to do that with this since the audio is going straight to the phone.
Oh, I'm dumb.
But I still liked to have you do it.
Oh,
just
we don't need to do the clap.
Just in case. I think it's fine.
So typically,
yeah.
So normally the audio goes to a different machine than the camera. So you clap so that you can sync the sound of the clap with the action of the clap, and then the rest of the audio will sync.
What? Great job. Well, hey guys, I'm Sarah, and that is Courtney, and this is a very different episode of the Love Heals podcast, which is your cheat sheet.
From my grandmother's living room.
From Courtney's grandma's living room. Live from Courtney's grandma's living room is our ongoing behind-the-scenes conversation about what it really looks like to start a nonprofit from the ground up, and all the details in between.
Every single one of them.
Well, not all of them.
What are we talking about today, Sarah?
Well, we start with, do you not remember last week at all?
No.
Okay, you're just like your grandma. Who is sitting off screen watching.
We're in front of a live studio audience
today. How are you feeling over there watching us?
I'm thrilled.
She said she's thrilled, which I'm sure is completely accurate and not at all sarcastic.
Not even a little bit sarcastic.
No, she's not a very sarcastic person.
Never.
Well, we'll start with our weekly check-in. Also,
Ozzy Osbourne died.
Yeah, we're in mourning.
Okay, if you can't look at the news,
we're in mourning.
If you can't focus, I'm gonna have to turn it off. Also, make sure you don't have your phone on you. No, it's okay. As long as Courtney can focus, she can have the TV on.
Did you hear grandma just say we're in mourning?
Yeah, we're in mourning.
That's
for Ozzy
hilarious.
Osbourne. The news is on right behind the camera, so we are watching a Ozzy Osbourne tribute currently.
Yeah.
While we're kind of. It's not like a real tribute.
It kind of is a real tribute.
Yeah, he died at 76. Anyways.
Wow.
Clearly we're not in our studio. If you couldn't tell, this is not a set. This is a real house.
Whoa.
Yeah. Fake plants, though.
Fake plants, real house.
Fake plants, real house. Yeah,
the real
grandma
plants
kills the real plants.
Those are outside.
Yeah, where nature can take care of them.
Yeah. Nature does a much better job than people sometimes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, so we are in upstate New York. On our way to Buffalo to work with 8 Days of Hope, which is a partner organization, and we do some house rebuilds with them. This is our second year doing it as Love Heals. Court, you want to talk about them really quick and kind of how you found them?
8 Days of Hope is a nonprofit based out of Tupelo, Mississippi, but they have a satellite hub in Buffalo, and they do disaster relief and rapid response. So they rebuild homes and go in after natural disasters and clean it up for free. I really love their model of keeping local resources local. So they use local businesses, local churches to fund their projects in their own communities, and they leave the supplies behind. So they always are impacting locally wherever they go, even though they're a national organization. So I love that. Got involved with them in 2016. Went to, I think, South Carolina to do a relief after a flood, and just really enjoyed it. So they were my first introduction to the nonprofit world, and I love their team. Ta-da!
Good little recap there. Yeah. Well, we'll start with like a weekly check-in. So how are you feeling going into, is today Monday?
Nope.
Today's Tuesday.
Yep.
How are you feeling going into the rest of this week? And any highlights
solid.
from this past week? Thoughts, questions, concerns?
Oh, highlights? Yeah, we've had some really good meetings with our teams.
Yeah.
It's like very exciting. So we have a strategic planning committee now. We have a resource and development committee, and we have a finance committee. All three are built and operating smoothly, which is awesome to see them go from ideas on a piece of paper to actually implementing and executing. So they are becoming more real. So that's really, really good. I've been very excited about that.
Yeah, and they've done a really great job of like taking ownership, which sometimes is hard when Courtney and I run all the things. It's hard. I think it's hard to bring people in, and we're learning how to equip people, I think, better so that they can feel comfortable taking ownership and actually like running with it. So that's been really cool to see. We just have some really, really cool people in those spots right now. They're crushing it. So yeah.
So that's been a major win last week. And then we have a fundraiser.
Very last minute, almost surprise fundraiser
to raise $50,000 from the side stage. Was a gasping wow after I said $50,000,
which is honestly how I felt.
Our live studio audience just left us.
Our live studio audience said wow and exited.
Wow, I feel weird not having an audience now.
That can't be true.
Whatever. But it's really exciting because a friend, I guess, of ours just randomly called and wanted to host an event for us at their home, and then started sprinting faster than I could have ever imagined to help us make this thing happen. And so after talking with some others who are from the industry and just kind of know more about events, I guess, like fundraising events, because we know how to fundraise for others. It's the tough part is fundraising for us. Well, it's just not as like, I think neither of us are compelled or driven to do it, you know?
No, I don't like to ask. I don't ask for help well personally, and I think that translates into how you and I both work, which is I'm not good at asking for help, I guess, on the work end of it. And I'm a glass half empty kind of person, so that larger number also would make me gasp and say wow and leave. But
it made us gasp and wow and leave.
But I think my exact response was no. And
the crazy part is though, is we were talking with Rob about it. He's like, who kind of set the number for us? It's like, you know, why not just set it and see where we land? Because what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, he was like, what's the worst that could happen? You raise still money, but it's under that. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, money never hurts.
50,000 will put us in such a good position for moving forward. Here, let me pull it up so I can read our recap.
Oh, I was like, I don't know if they can see that. We don't exactly have our full studio today.
We have nothing.
Something I think that's crazy, which I know this, but it didn't actually I didn't process it until I think last week when you were writing up something for LinkedIn, saying that we have never done a fundraiser for ourselves before, which is like, duh, I know that we haven't.
Yeah, but we attempted like a couple little things. Like we did the monthly match, but it's not a
fundraiser, it's a campaign. And having a full-on fundraiser for ourselves, which we did talk about last year, and we've done the matching campaign twice now, and you know, we do little almost like blitz fundraisers for ourselves.
Lots of blitz,
but to have a full fun it's I don't know, it's just wild to me that we have actually been doing this pretty steadily for a little over 3 years. Yeah. And we have not. That's crazy. We haven't done a fundraiser for ourselves before.
Well, on that note,
it feels horrible.
On that
I'm very stressed.
Here's what we've achieved without ever hosting a fundraiser for ourselves. We have achieved 501c3 status. We've hosted 19 benefit events. Now, this is from our inception in the fall of 2018 for the very first event. But mind you, during that process, I was paying for events out of pocket myself. And working full time and trying to pay off my student loans, and then COVID happened and blah 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 blah. So,
and I didn't exist yet,
and Sarah didn't enter the picture. I was just
a twinkle in my parents' eye,
and in mine. Twinkle.
Oh.
Okay. So going on, we've given away $165,000 cash and services. We have hosted events in Los Angeles, California, Roanoke, Virginia Beach, Warsaw, and of course Lynchburg. Yeah. We launched Coffee for Caregivers in 2 cities and built a curriculum that we are working to finalize for a pretty large corporation's annual conference next year. So that'll be exciting. We've impacted at the very least 1,800 attendees. That one's 1,800 plus. I know it's been over that, but I feel safer.
It's a rough number.
We try to go on the lower side. That way we are never
glasses half empty.
Lying. Well, we just want to make sure we're not.
No, I know.
We trademarked Love Heals and Coffee for Caregivers. We've been invited to host events in Texas, Georgia, Florida, Michigan, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Alabama. And we've been able to maintain our 100% model through the whole process.
Yeah.
We've never taken a dime from our storytellers.
Yeah. So we've done a couple little things
Not
here
bad.
and there
Well,
over the past couple of years. I
not
think.
bad.
Yeah, I think we're doing all right.
Yeah, pretty good. That's why we now have people who are coming alongside to help.
Yeah, this year has been really cool seeing how do I want to say this? I think I'm just
What have
trying
we
to think.
seen, Sarah?
I think this year has been, because I would almost say last year we were like more seeking out people and trying to explain to them what we do and help them see where it could go. And this year, at least personally, I feel like the people who have come alongside us already are seeing where it can go, and they're just like excited to jump in and help us get it there. So that's just a really big difference from last year to this year.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
It's good to be sought after, I guess. I don't know.
It's good to be like a little bit like believed in, which sounds cheesy, and I don't like cheesy, but yeah, it's, I don't know, it's a lot. It has been a lot of uphill work.
Yeah.
So having other people who see it making as much sense as we see it making is really cool.
We've been able to be more clear on language, and so when I share something, people are just like, oh, that makes perfect sense. And even as far as how we fund and our strategy for how to get there, it's no longer confusing. But even if there are more questions, we pretty much have answered almost every question.
You are nailing the sponsorship end of things, like the lingo, being able to answer people's questions. Yeah, you're like knocking it out of the park.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
we'll see where we get. Slow and steady.
Yeah. No, it's I had something else to say and then I forgot.
Well, when it comes to sponsorships, the big part of it, learning, is we need to be a good tool for people, not make people be a good tool for us. So instead of looking at businesses thinking what can we get from them, thinking about it through the lens of how can we mobilize their mission. And I was talking to one of the DJs who's coming out to our private fundraiser event.
Yay.
And she's very big on entertainment and music being an opportunity for people who are in a good place to stay in a good place, and people who aren't in a good place to be able to come and separate. And it reminded me of how much I needed to learn, not expecting others to just jump in full speed just because I did, and starting to be able to meet people where they're at and give them something to be a part of that helps them, not just expect them to give things up to help others. And so that's changed some of my language when I talk to everybody, honestly. We need to serve, not just our storytellers, but everybody in the process. So
well, that really is who we're, and I think we saw that first with artists that we've worked with, is that just like a little bit of like room to breathe, kindness and understanding, and basic human decency gets you really far. And yeah, we saw that a lot with our artists, and I think that translates over into the people that are attending the events, or our sponsors, or our, like, everyone just wants to be treated like a person. And in like this kind of realm, I don't know if that always happens. Once people get kind of tunnel vision in their own worlds, you expect people to want to come, not you, but like we expect people to want to come alongside our thing because it's cool, or it's doing something different, or it's, and not everyone even after they understand it are going to get it.
Yeah, and they don't have to.
And they don't have to,
because everyone has their own calling. So just let them do what they're supposed to do. We're kind of learning to just separate. Like, there's no sense. We'll just be solving the problem we're sent to solve. Encouraging people who aren't called to solve that problem, let them solve the other problems they're called to, and then create family and community in the process so that people feel like they're part of something. And yeah, it should always be, how can we serve everyone that we're working with to get them to their next step? So it's been good.
Yeah, I think it's been, and I think, I don't know if this is something we talked about with Rob, but it's if everyone is doing the part that they're supposed to be doing, then we all do something like collectively really good. But we can't try to pick up other people's pieces, or it's not going to work.
No.
So Yeah.
And learning about, don't compare your journey to get somewhere to someone else's, because
Yeah.
you never know what you're being equipped or taught to do. And if you try to skip ahead or get there a different way, you might be robbing yourself of something that you needed to learn.
Yeah, well, if you try to skip if you're trying to skip ahead, you're not the person who's ready to take on the next phase or the next step. And you get there and you're not equipped.
Right.
Because you probably were meant to learn something or become maybe a very different version of yourself on the way there.
Just staying in a place where other people's success doesn't mean your failure. It just means you weren't ready for it, or it wasn't going to be a blessing at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So just trusting that process, being able to stay encouraged and stay encouraging others, and know that you're on your own path. So that's been good for me to be reminded of the last probably 2 weeks, just staying on my path.
Yeah.
Anyway, stay focused on your path and don't look around, because honestly, it's just really unhelpful. And encourage yourself along the way and surround people who will encourage you.
Yeah. Well, anything for our good old segment that we've only done once before, Courtney Unfiltered? Anything that you want to talk about this week specifically, even though you just kind of did it?
Yeah, I think I already did it.
Skipped on ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. You don't have to apologize.
I think that's really all I've been learning this week, is comparison. Cool. Mostly because I've been tempted to be like, oh, I wish, or I have a limited mindset all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just have it. And I'm very, very wired and guilty of thinking someone else's gain is my lack, instead of thinking someone else's gain is their gain, and that's it. It doesn't mean there's a negative. It doesn't mean every time someone has a resource, the other resource dwindles. So trying to maintain the perspective of their gain is their gain, and
also being able to celebrate someone else's win or gain with them.
Yeah,
it's like I'm not
thing. Like naturally good at that.
Yeah.
So it's been on my mind to do better. So that's me. Anything from you?
Solid. No, I normally don't have much. So
you don't have any thoughts in there?
No. Nope.
Not a single thought.
Not really. With that being said,
are we sliding into the special segment?
Going to bring on a very special guest for you guys. Well, we're up here in good old Courtney's grandma's house.
We're in the house that my mom was born and raised in.
Cool. Good stuff.
But
and you lived here for a little bit, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're in Courtney's hometown, which is very different from my hometown.
Yes. Upstate New York and North Carolina are not the same.
Very different. You made a lot more sense the first time I came to visit here.
Yeah.
Different people from where I grew up. Very nice people still. I like Northerners.
Let's do a little tour of Jane's Diner.
Sure. Yeah. Anyways, we're going to bring Courtney's grandma on and have a little interview. So hope you guys enjoy. And we'll see you next week, probably in some form or fashion. We'll try to do something next week.
We'll go back to our original podcast, which was turning on Instagram Live.
Will we?
We could.
I guess. So at some point next week, we will film something. It depends on
travel schedule
and
we're going
time
up to sell merch in upstate New York and Buffalo.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be exciting.
Yep. All right. Well, bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Sorry for startling you.
What's that for?
We're back with a special guest here for this little Love Heals segment for our podcast. We have with us my grandmother. Hello, grandmother.
Hi, Courtney, granddaughter.
This is not going too well. We have a lot of stage fright up here, but that's okay. Grandma, what's your name, if you could tell everybody?
Rennie Cole. Oh. Rennie Cole.
I've never seen this before. And probably you've never seen this before either.
No, I never saw this before.
Grandma, can you tell everybody how old you are?
Oh, dear. The whole world?
It's not the whole world. It's probably like 60 people.
Oh, 60.
Maybe less.
Okay. I am 89.
89 years old. Do you hear that, folks? We wanted to bring Grandma on to the podcast because if you remember.
Oh, I remember.
You remember why you're here?
Yeah.
Okay, tell everybody.
I gave you money to start your.
She actually remembered. I am shocked. You remembered why we're here?
Remember, but you mentioned it yesterday.
I did, yeah. I did mention it yesterday.
Yeah.
Grandma was our very first donor to Start Love Heals. Not sure if you know how much we needed that startup money to get started.
Well, I think you needed it desperately because you didn't have any.
That's true. We had $0. So Grandma was able to give us our startup funds, which was what, $1,000?
Oh, I don't know. 500 sticks in my head.
Oh, I
but-
don't think that's right. I think it was
No.
1,000, Grandma.
Oh, well.
Did you not
maybe.
check? You just wrote a blind check and sent
Well,
it off?
that was 3 weeks ago. How would I remember?
3 years ago, maybe 3 weeks ago.
It was a long time ago.
That was more than 3 weeks ago. So
And I don't remember, but I know it was a tidy sum.
it was a tight. It was very significant. So we wanted to bring Grandma on to introduce you to everybody so that they could meet who is the reason why we're actually started. And
Oh, don't blame me.
oh, sorry, don't. We don't want to blame this on her. So she's actually not affiliated at all. Let me go ahead and wipe the slate clean. You're not involved. But,
Okay, I'm not involved.
Grandma, do you want to tell? I mean, how much do you remember about your life?
Well, how long ago do I have to go?
Whenever. What's some of your highlights from life that you could share with the audience?
Oh, me highlights?
How about some advice? How about top moment and some advice?
Well, one thing for sure, you have to hold on to your sense of humor in spite of what might be going on in your life.
Mm.
Because if you can't laugh, you're worthless.
That's very what? She's gonna use. If you can't laugh, you're worthless. Okay, that's a good piece of advice.
Yes, yeah.
Is that what you tell the young folks? You don't see any
You?
no, just young folks in general.
Well, they don't come to me for advice.
Maybe they'll start. Maybe
Yeah, after they see this, I bet they'll flock.
they're they're gonna come running.
They're going to come running.
I can't wait. We'll have like a Q&A session. Maybe you could answer questions live.
Or dead.
Or dead. You heard that here first, folks. Yeah, live or dead. We'll answer those questions
Yes,
here.
well, any questions you have. Yes, I have all the answers.
Yes, she does. And also, top moments for them, Grandma and Grandpa. They love mocha fraps. When did you get into the mocha fraps at
Oh.
McDonald's?
About 3 years ago.
You guys have been getting a steady.
Yeah, that I remember.
Now, 3 weeks ago was when she helped us start Love Heals, and 3 years ago was when you started going to McDonald's, which was because of COVID, right?
Yes.
Which was
yes,
5 years
you
ago.
couldn't go any place. Oh, was it? Oh, time does fly.
When you're having mocha fraps.
Yeah, when you're having mocha fraps.
Was Jane's closed during that time?
Yeah, everything was closed. It was kind of silly.
Yeah, but you did, have your own battle with COVID and ended up in the hospital.
Yeah, that was.
So, I mean, that might have contributed to why everything was closed.
Maybe, yeah.
Seems a little silly, but you
Yeah.
somehow recovered.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not about to give in to little things like that.
Little things like a global pandemic.
No. Oh, no.
No, she was just laying on the couch fighting for your life.
Yeah, well, I made it. I won.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
She's
I
still
won.
here.
Yeah.
And then you quit smoking shortly after, right? Or before?
Yeah, everyone talked about how hard it is to quit.
Uh-huh.
And so that sort of scared me. I never tried it. But I thought, it's time to quit. So I did.
And how long ago was that?
Oh, that was 3 or 4 years ago.
Just stopped smoking.
Yeah. No, I just said I don't smoke anymore. And that was it. Yeah. Cold turkey.
I know, that's kind of crazy. No, most people can't do that.
I know, but every time I thought I wanted a cigarette, which was, when you sit down, you have a cigarette.
When you
you're-
stand up, when you go
when you're
outside.
talking on the phone.
Yeah, you just had to light a cigarette.
And I thought, oh, this is going to be hard. But when I, would think it was time for a cigarette, I would say, oh, no, I don't smoke anymore. And so that was it. It wasn't hard.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, you could probably do anything you want. You could probably start running.
I don't think I could do that.
Okay, well, if you put your mind to it and you said, I'm a runner now, you might be able to.
I might.
Maybe you could do a lap around the block.
But
later.
why would I want to?
You could be fit.
I'm fit.
Oh, right. Oh.
Why did you decide to give money to Love Heals?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. So why did you decide to give money to Love Heals back in the day?
Well, because you have been trying to do something special since you were about 6. And so when
6?
Yep. And so I don't know. I thought maybe if I give her money, I can shut her up.
And it worked.
And it worked.
And I never came back and asked again. Actually, I didn't even ask you the first time.
Well, then how did you get the money?
I don't know. You just gave it to me.
Well, I wouldn't give it to you if I didn't think you needed it.
Oh, we did need it. Trust me.
Yeah.
I didn't have the money to start up the registrations that we needed.
That's why I gave you the money.
Mhm. So
You had registrations, and my goodness, they were hundreds of dollars.
they were. And I remember thinking, what if we don't make it and we just wasted your money? And you don't probably remember what you said, but you said, I'm not giving it to you for you. It was something along the lines of you don't need it to succeed. You just wanted to give it to us to try. And there were no strings attached to the money, which was very kind.
Well, I did mention you better succeed.
Oh, right. I
Yeah.
forgot about that part. Otherwise, she would cut me out of the will.
Yeah.
That was my inheritance. I
mean,
got it
there's
early.
$50 for each one of your kids. So.
That'll go far. I'll invest
Yeah.
that in the stock market.
Yeah, you invest it.
Wait, what did I want to do when I was 6?
Oh, you always had something going about good deeds and helping
I did?
people. Oh, yeah. Don't you remember the birthday party at Grandma's? It was yours
It was mine.
and your party.
It was my party. No, I don't remember. At great grandma's house.
And yeah. And little Ricky, his mom said to him, it's time to come home. And because she had sat through the party with us. Boy, that was brave of her. And so he didn't want to go. So he started crying, And you walked up to the grandma and you said, you made Ricky cry. Little big shot,
And then I fought her, huh?
Yeah.
Did he get to stay?
No.
Oh. Well, that's when I started to lose all confidence. It happened as early as 6.
Yeah, well, I think you said, I'm not going to lose again.
I know. And now here
And
we
I
are.
don't think you did.
Well, Grandma, what's one, like you said, you have to laugh. Is there one last piece of advice or information you'd want to share with people that you've learned in 89 years? You've had a lot of years to think about it, so you better have something good.
Yeah, I really don't have anything good. You have to hold on to your sense of humor because there's a lot of times you really want to cry, but you better laugh. And prayer. You need a lot of prayer.
A lot of prayer.
For the most part, I think God has always answered me. Yeah, he has. So I've got through it somehow, life,
And now here we are.
And here we are
And now
at 89, pushing 90. And it's been a good life.
You proud of Courtney?
Oh, I'm very proud of Courtney. I'm proud of all of my grandchildren. Oh, they're the light of my life, all of them. Love them all. And I even inherited some from my husband's family, and they're little sweethearts too. But they're younger.
They
They're
are.
babies, yeah.
We're getting old.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
I don't know either. Time just kept going on.
Yeah, it did.
That's
It
okay.
did.
You keep saying getting old, don't get old, but we also don't want to die young. So we're going to have to figure out something in the middle. We just keep living.
We just keep living, laughing, enjoying life, because there's a lot of joy in life if you laugh about it.
If you can turn pain into laughter.
Yeah, you have to do that. But I will say, when your grandfather died, your first grandfather, that people did think it was strange. I was drinking coffee and laughing, but
You're really throwing them off.
yeah, I threw him off.
Yeah.
But You just have to find a way to get through it. You know?
I think that I laugh through everything because you either laugh or you cry. So which
That's
one are
it.
you going to do?
I'm going to laugh.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing your little tidbits here.
Little life story. It has been a little life.
You have a last thought? Anything you want to say? You've got a microphone in your hand. You can do whatever you want. Free will.
No, I don't. I can't give any advice. We all have to live our own life.
You heard that, folks. Live your own life. Don't compare yourself to anybody.
No,
Chase
just
your
be
dreams.
you and keep laughing and smiling. Even in the worst of times is when you need your laughter the most.
That's good. I like it. Well, thank you guys for listening, and we will see you later.
Okay, thank you. Is this something you're going to keep?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and we'll put it on the internet.
Oh, you're not going to do that.
Yeah. Grandpa's going to watch it.